everyone, it is Sunday, May something, beginning of May. I think it's the 6th or 7th or 8th or something like that. We are back working on the van today. Things are coming along really well and I am super excited. It is like 8 degrees only in Toronto, so we're hoping that the weather does pick up so that when we move into the van we can actually enjoy the summer and not be freezing cold, because we're thinking more how to keep cool as opposed to how to keep warm. But yeah, so let's show you what's been going on here. So I'm actually just about to start some sanding work. We've been working on the, I'm pretty sure Eamon already showed you the roll-out bin. So as you might know that we have a tea business, we're gonna be having a lot of tea stored underneath our bed. Just made this nice vase for the drawer and we're gonna have a handle here. So we're gonna pull that out and it comes all the way out, as you can see. So we'll have access quite deep actually for all of our tea. I'll slide it back in. So I'm gonna get working on the sanding of that. Eamon and Bob are just finishing up the inside storage here. So I think you saw like our little panels that are gonna open up, almost like boat storage. And then inside here, we're gonna keep things like our laundry and extra storage.
We're getting some finishing pieces on the box there. Got it all painted. Just touch that piece on, and then he's got one more there.
Straight.
You mean the angle?
Yeah.
Me too. I was like total eyeball, eh? We got a beauty day here to work on the van. We just got back from the battery place, which was about 20 minutes away. Originally we were looking at a company called Renogy, which is in California, I believe. But long story short, with shipping charges and stuff like that, we decided it'd be better to buy locally, and we're happy we did. This place was literally 20 minutes from where we are. Super helpful, and we decided to go with two 95 amp hour 12 volt batteries. We've got a 2000 watt inverter, MPPT charge controller, and display. So right now we're just trying to figure out how we're gonna mount these in, and it's looking like it's gonna work pretty good. We didn't know the exact battery size, but we're gonna put them on the floor there and then strap them down right into the metal. So we're having a little trouble here. We got the two batteries going here, but in order for the door to finish, to close, we need a 2x4 for support on the structure, and it's just about a 1/4 inch off. So what we're gonna try and do is cut away this plastic, and we're just kind of praying that there's no structural support on this step from this area. So we're gonna test it out. So I'm just gonna go right here first, all right?
Well, go further in so you don't see it, right? Okay, just in case it's wrong.
Should I get the battery out of the way?
Yeah.
The battery box is coming along, starting to take shape there.
Oh, he's taking pictures.
And it's pretty solid, eh Bob? What do you say?
Rock solid. Rock solid.
All right, we had a few moments,
Not pretty, but it's solid.
Yeah, it's definitely not pretty. Moving along. The inverter is in. The batteries are mounted. Look at that. Pretty happy with how everything's gone. It was just a bit of a challenge to kind of figure out. We actually ended up, this working really well, is cutting this kind of black stuff out, because it gave us the exact clearance we need. And yeah, pretty stoked overall. We've got an absolute beauty day today. Today is like day 24 we've been working on the van. We picked up the batteries and made our little box yesterday, and I had a little list for Home Depot. But check this out, I went to Home Depot and I wanted to get like a thin rubber to prevent the batteries from slipping, and they sell these floor mats, and I just cut the corner off each, and look at this fit. It's unbelievable. So that's gonna work perfect, just prevent those batteries from sliding. It's a nice solid piece of pine for the top there. It's been notched out so the bed still slides into the groove, and I just roughly sanded the edges so they weren't sharp. That'll also make a nice seat. It's early, the sun just came out. I got to the office and forgot my keys, so I had to go back home. But yeah, today's another beautiful day, and this morning's project is actually to work on the garbage slash toilet slash also gonna be a little footrest thingy. So I've got my home hardware bucket. It's about 12 inches. I've made a 12.5-inch square, and I'm gonna box that in. Van updates. What did I do today? I built this cool little box that's gonna be doubled as a toilet as well as a garbage. Well, mainly a garbage and then an emergency toilet. And I'm gonna have maybe a string or something so that doesn't flop back. Liquids in the front, just maybe a little container, and then it lined in a plastic bag, and then number 2 for emergencies. I also got this piece done. I'm really happy with it. I just gotta paint that up. It's gonna be a little ventilation, maybe a screen on the inside there, just to help keep all this electronics nice and cool. Did a big trip to Home Depot. Finished the grout in the kitchen here along the bottom. That needed to be done. And then a couple little things, started playing around with little electronics. I put a handle in the back of the drawer, which works well, nice sturdy handle. And that's it. I've been up since 6, and you know, it's crazy how the day goes. We'll see you tomorrow. Oh, these drawers, you gotta get pretty technical with them. You know, if you're off by even an 1/8 of an inch, you're gonna run into issues. So I'm pretty happy with that. Sits nice and flush, just gotta put a nice face on it. Nice and big, pulls out basically all the way. So you're maximizing the depth of your counter space there. Looks good.
Sometimes I think you guys are gonna think that we did this build in one day because we're always wearing the same thing and the weather hasn't seemed to change. It's still so friggin' cold. Also, I wonder if you think that I work on it, because I do. So right now we're just working on, I think Eamon already showed you the underneath counter. Just shaving off some drawer bits. And this counter, just gonna stand that up, is gonna go under the fridge. So all of our canned foods and things like that, because we like to eat beans, and our dry storage. Have a look.
Drawers, man, drawers.
Ooh, that's kind of nice.
It's a little slope. It'll be good. Things will roll towards us.
Towards ya.
Towards ya. See how it's like higher at the back?
Oh yeah.
But that'll be alright.
Yeah, that's okay. That looks good, boo.
Yeah.
Nice.
I gotta put a back on it.
A back or a front? Oh, a back so nothing slips out, obviously.
A back and obviously a face.
Front. And then this is gonna be our like utensils. We're gonna try to get something, and then you can take that out, and then we'll have like, maybe even measuring cups could fit in there, eh, boo?
Huh?
Like measuring cups or whatever we might need.
Well, we could like subdivide it.
Yeah, subdivide. 2 drawers built today, buddy. That feels pretty good.
Oh my god, I hate drawers.
Buddy, you hate drawers?
Drawers are way too technical. Way too technical.
Yeah.
Like if you're off by whatever, it works.
Yeah. I'm happy. This kid's a perfectionist.
Hey guys, so here's what we've been working on today.
Is there a different way? Like, does it matter which?
I'm just trying to film this, hold on. These are our, what would you call these?
Brackets.
These are our custom brackets for the Vitamix blender. They're just gonna support along the 2 cabinets. We got 2 of them to hold it up, and then we're drilling right into the bottom of the Vitamix. Looks pretty sick. The Vitamix will be floating. It's working well so far.
All right. We have well, not we. I can't pretend I did anything.
No, we back there.
No.
Come on.
We've installed this beauty hold for the Vitamix here. Eamon, why don't you show us how it works?
The Vitamix, how it works? So it's just a regular blender, but it keeps it nice and secure, keeps it sexy.
You think we're gonna have any trouble with this, like on the road? Maybe.
You might need to strap that down or take it off when you're driving.
Yeah.
I would suggest you take it
But
off.
maybe not. And in case you're wondering, we've got a custom wall socket at the back to plug in. Keep it clean.
Just for the Vitamix.
Becca said right before we started, she says, I won't do the van life unless we get the blender in there. So
this is important for us.
Blender's in. We've got the batteries to support it. That's our biggest draw, is 800 watts on the Vitamix.
If you were using it all day, it's no big deal.
No, it's an 800 watt device.
Oh.
Beck doesn't know what that means, but.
Looks good, buddy.
Yeah, looks great.
And Bob, good job.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Trying to get these drawers done using 1/4 inch plywood with some of this 1.5 inch MDF just to trim it nicely. We've got one here. So that guy's gonna go on there.
Paint day. Here we are at the shop. I'm painting the under the sink cupboards, drawers, everything white. We have decided that, well, we've kind of learned that going with the matte white is actually a little bit hard to clean the surface. So we're going with a little bit of a gloss to it, and hopefully that helps maintain like a clean van. I don't really know. So I'm working on those cupboard doors here. You can see. So I've done one coat so far, onto the second coat. And while I do that, we've got Eamon in the van. He is working on doing the bed area. So I assume we're gonna be painting this all up white.
Yeah.
And these slats. So I'm guessing this is what you can see when you
you'd be able
pull.
to see the face just along there. So
Buddy.
I know, I just started. I got paint on my nose already though.
Buddy, what are you doing?
I itched my nose and I got the paint on it. And then also we're gonna paint this white, obviously the other side. Watch your bum.
Yeah, I'm watching.
And then this is just gonna be
Pine.
yeah, natural, the same as the ceiling.
Yeah. And the ceiling, we just have like a few boards that we didn't quite use the same, well, they didn't get the finished urethane on them yet, so we'll have to do that sometime soon too, right?
It's exciting, guys. This is the final stretch. This is the week. So a lot of painting, a lot of touch up. We're gonna do the floor. I got the plumbing done yesterday. I don't think I showed them.
Oh my gosh.
So basically we got fresh water tank, 2 other fresh water tank.
Oh, no, sorry. I thought.
No, the 2 extra water tanks are gonna be there. And then quick disconnects on each. So this one will be hooked up there. And super easy to remove the tank, which is key. Same with the drain.
So that's the drain one in the back?
Yeah, so this is our gray water.
Yeah.
Goes straight to the drain.
Oh my god, look at you.
And then when this one is empty,
Yeah.
we'll know that it's time to change that one,
Right.
approximately, depending on how much water we drink.
Yeah.
And then we've got our filter hooked up as well.
Oh yeah.
So the filter for the filtered water.
So what company filter did we buy there? Do you remember? Is that Premier or something?
Shout out to Premier, a Watts brand on Amazon. Is 170 bucks. Has pretty good reviews.
Yeah, we figure we're really big water drinkers, so it'll be good to have filtered water wherever we go.
Yeah, I saw
right?
a lot of people with their vans that have like either the gravity filter, like the carbon filters. That takes up a lot of space on the counter. And then the other solution is just to buy filtered water, which is kind of a pain. So we're gonna have 15 gallons on us at all times, and now we can just drink the filtered water. Most of the time we're filling up, it's gonna be like decent water from a hose or a regular line, but it's just nice to get that. We've got a 2-stage filter, so it's the first one is sediment, and then the next one is carbon. So it should taste nice too.
Love it. And we've shown them the toilet, right? The emergency toilet?
Yeah, it's not finished yet. But
If you guys are following us on Instagram, you've seen that we were a bit concerned about like emergency toilet situations, so Eamon built like kind of a bucket.
This will be primarily our garbage, but then if we need to, we can double line it with a plastic bag, and I'll put like a little thing here for liquids, so you kind of pee in there and then do your business in the back. And it also acts as a stool, so you can have another seat or a coffee table if you're, we got our 2 camping chairs set up outside.
Yeah.
Let's finish painting, baby.
Let's do it. I thought you might like to see some of the progress on the van. We've been painting these all day. Super stoked with how it's all turning out, by the way. Let's see here. Thing of beauty.
The final countdown. Da, 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 da. So this is hopefully the last week of the build. We are coming along nicely. And I wanted to show you guys the plumbing situation. So the way we've done this is pretty simple. We bought like this 1/2-inch tube you can get at any home hardware, home improvement center. And then you just buy these little clamps, and so you kind of make the configuration you want. I'll give you a better look here. But basically, here's our drain. So I'm a big fan of quick disconnect or quick connect hose fittings. So this is our gray water tank, and super easy to change out because you can just literally pull that, unclip it, slide the whole thing out. You're not mucking around with dirty water, and then to pop that back in, it fits right in. This is our fresh water tank. So we have 5 gallons of fresh, 5 gallons of gray, and then 2 extra 5 gallons in the little cubby there. So yeah, all of our hose fittings is using this stuff here. I'm just working on putting an elbow into there, so that's gonna connect there, run into the quick connect here, so you'll be able to disconnect the fresh water, throw our new one in. So fresh water comes from here, goes into the pump, and then it splits. It runs into this little guy here. So this is just a T junction, and this actually came with our filter. So you've got the fresh water coming in through this barb, and then it splits. It either goes right in the green line, will go right into the filter system, and then into our freshwater filter faucet, or it runs right into the cold water line of the regular faucet. This pipe can be pretty difficult to fit on. You want it to be a nice snug fit. So a little trick here is you can just leave it in some hot water for a few minutes, and then it's more malleable and you can squeeze it right on. Oops, forgot to put that on first. Another little trick is make sure you put your fastener in the spot you want it. So for example, my T junction is going to look like this, and I want to be able to access this spot with a screwdriver. So I'm going to tilt it this way so that I can get in there in case I need to, you know, fix it or take it off or whatever. So throughout the build, we tried to use recycled wood as much as possible. I told my dad I've been looking for something to use as the table. So he just found this piece here, and it's gonna work perfect. It's probably 100 years old, but we'll sand it down, clean it up. It's the perfect width. We might have to chop the length a little bit. The wood's looking nice. We planed, we sanded, we went down to 220 grit, so it's got a nice smooth finish, still rustic. I'm gonna leave it natural. And a very simple design. So I'm just using these are actually spring T-hinges. I think it's for a gate. Got it at Home Depot. So you can actually create pressure by turning this notch, which will just help hold it up a little bit. I don't know how much tension you're going to be able to put on there. But regardless, this is going to be on the bottom. It's just going to swing up. And I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to keep it up yet. I did buy this, which is like obviously a door or a gate lock, which might look kind of cool, and then it swings into there. But I'll figure that out later. So now I'm just putting these on. I'm very excited about this, guys. Nice finish. We just used like a gate latch there, and it works really well. Just pop that open. I'll fold down. I haven't figured out the legs yet, but stays out of the way, nice and secure. Starting on the flooring! We got very thin vinyl floor, and to start the process, we've just cleaned the whole area, give it a good vacuum.
Cut-offs from previous rows, alternating the wind.
This guy's looking like a pro. Looks a little thick, bud.
Well, like, otherwise they take it off. That's the problem.
No, don't do that. Don't do that way. Just do an angle, yeah, like that.
Well, that's what I've been doing.
There, that looks good. Yeah, that looks good, man. Perfect. Now let's lay one down.
Just a minute, I want to get
What's it going to be?
We got a blind guy doing the cuts, and we got Beck holding for him. So far the vinyl's going pretty good. It's pretty sticky stuff, the adhesive that we've chosen. So I think next time if we were to do it, I'd search a little harder for peel and stick vinyl. The places that I went said that it didn't come, the peel and stick stuff didn't come this thin, which was really important to maximize the height of the van. But yeah, this is where we're at. We're not too worried about the angles here because we'll put a piece of finishing angle iron there. And I'm not sure how much into the cupboard we're gonna do, but maybe we'll just do that area and stop at the drawer. And then we gotta finish up the back too. And the key to laying a floor is obviously quarter round, because that just cleans it up real nice. And I'm pretty happy with the color. It's a little more brown than I would have liked, but stoked. Oh, also we have a full box left, so if anybody wants some Cape Cod vinyl floor, holla at your boy.